Hello, I'm Georgina Bourke and I'm joined by my colleague Ahmed Razek. We're both Principal Technology Advisors at the ICO working on the age-appropriate design code. We're currently developing guidance to help designers understand and implement the code in design practice. In today's session, we'll talk about ways to look at the code from a design perspective. We'll share our plans for developing support for design teams, and we'll also talk about ways that data protection officers and design teams can get involved in helping us shape the support package. But first things first, what's the children's code? The age-appropriate design code, or children's code, is a set of standards designed to create an open, transparent and safer place for children to play, explore and learn online. It doesn't set out to protect children from the digital world, but to protect children from within. The code is not new law, but provides further explanation as to how the UK General Data Protection Regulation applies in the context of children's data, and it comes into force in September 2021. Our colleagues will clarify the code in more detail in another seminar later this afternoon. But a key aspect of the code calls on designers and engineers to prioritise children's rights when designing digital experiences. To help us illustrate this point, let's take a look at the profiling standard in the children's code. According to the law, profiling is any form of automated processing of personal information consisting of the use of personal data to evaluate certain aspects relating to a natural person. The code requires profiling to be switched off by default, unless there's a compelling reason for this, taking into account the best interests of the child, something like profiling for safeguarding purposes, for example. That doesn't mean that profiling is banned, it just means you have to ask for consent to do it unless it's part of your core service. The code also says if you do allow profiling, you need appropriate measures in place to protect the child from any harmful effects. For example, showing recommendations of age inappropriate content based on data collected about the child. So to look at this standard from a design perspective, we've reframed them as challenges that a design team might think about. So how might you offer children meaningful control of how their personal data is used to profile them? This might be more complex if you use different profiling for different purposes. It is not acceptable to bundle different types of profiling together under one privacy setting. So designers will need to consider and test different interaction designs that give children control over different profiling options in ways that don't overwhelm or confuse them. And these interactions will look different depending on the age of the children. If you have allowed profiling, how might you prevent children from seeing harmful content based on that personalisation? This might mean thinking about measures throughout the service, such as contextual tagging and reporting procedures that are appropriate for users of different ages. So hopefully, through these examples, we've shown how parts of the standards will require data protection teams and design teams to collectively decide on what's best for your service, ensuring product changes comply with the law as well as meeting user needs.
Translating policy to practical changes in products will rely on close collaboration between data protection and design teams throughout the design process. All teams play a critical role in shaping online experiences for children. We've identified a gap in understanding for the design community. That's why we've decided to create a package of support helping them conform to the children's code in design practice. We hope this will support further collaboration and encourage more productive discussion and decision making across teams. So, What do we mean by support package? Our aim is to create guidance that is, firstly, practical. This gives designers tangible ways to confidently conform with the code. Accessible, meaning that content has been produced with designers in mind. And finally, flexible, which means that the support package meets the needs of different product design teams. So, looking at our next steps. This month, we're starting to create the support package. In the following few months, we'll keep developing the resources and start testing them with the design community and industry stakeholders. This will include workshops where we invite people to test and review the guidance and share updates on our work. As collaboration is central to the aims of the support package, these events will need to be multidisciplinary in nature. We will need both designers and data protection officers involved to help us shape the guidance so that it's most useful for everyone. So this is where you come in. We want to know what you see as the main challenges in conforming with the code, how the support package can help you and your design teams make product changes that conform with the code, and finally, we'd like to hear whether you're interested in taking part in workshops or user research sessions to review the support package as it develops. Thank you so much for listening. Please send us your feedback to childrenscode@ico.org.uk. Also, check out the Children's Hub for upcoming events, engagement opportunities, and new resources related to the code.